doing a video discussing Zavis, the son of Mavis and Zeref. Now, when it comes to this theory, this is going to be a theory of a child between both Zeref and Mavis, because at the end of Fairy Tale, we seen that for some reason, Zeref and Mavis, they were both reborn, and it appears that they're humanized, and it appears that their memories were erased. However, they somehow ended up getting back together. So this led me to believe, what if these two actually end up having a kid? And the reason why I'm saying this is because if you guys haven't read the recent chapter of Fairy Tale, then you guys wouldn't know, but they actually confirmed that Gajiel and Levy are having a kid. So this made me start thinking, okay, this just broadened the horizon, and this just made me start thinking Hiro Mashima will start confirming pairings now that he did that with Gajiel and Levy. So who's not to say that he won't do the same thing with Zeref and Mavis? And the reason why I think that this should happen the most is because how freaking dope would that be? Like, it's just as simple as that. Like, how dope would that be? Could you imagine having like a Zeref Jr.? Just imagine his magic abilities. He will be able to use Zeref's black magic, and he'll also be able to use the smartness and, you know, the clairvoyance that Mavis has when it comes. He'll basically be a battle genius alongside with Zeref's black magic, and his abilities will just be insane. I think he'll be crazy strong. Who knows, he may even get some of his Uncle Natu's technique. You know, he may even be a Dragon Slayer too. But that's enough talk about him in terms of power-wise. Let's talk about what he would bring to the story. Now, in terms of story-wise, he would be a great addition to the story. I believe that he could be Larcade done correctly. Now, the thing about Larcade is that when he was introduced, he was hyped up to basically be another member of the Dragoneel family, but we saw that he was really just irrelevant. He couldn't really do anything. Like, Sting ended up defeating him, and it kind of made us look at the Dragoneels like, that wasn't really, you know, that wasn't really a good light. But we found out that he was basically created. He wasn't really like a real Dragoneel member, so I let it slide. However, when it comes to a potential son with both Zeref and Mavis, I believe that he would be strong because, number one, Zeref would be there to train him, Mavis would be there to guide him, and we know that the only guild he would join is Fairy Tale. So he somehow, some way, he would end up meeting Natu, and then he could actually train with Natu. Natu could be the one to train him, and he could be like the Romeo type character, because let's be honest, we all thought that Romeo was going to be like Natu's pupil. We thought that that was going to be the one to train underneath him. However, it didn't really turn out like that. I mean, we know that Romeo, he uses fire magic, but you know, that's not really enough. However, if we got introduced to Zavis, a son of Zeref and Mavis, and if Natu met him, after finding out everything, after finding out the truth, I'm pretty sure that Natu, he wouldn't just shy away his nephew like that. He would actually want to make sure that he turned out good, and especially after seeing that he is going to have a good heart, because I believe he's not going to be evil, because he's going to be raised by a good Zeref and a good Mavis, so there's no reason for him to be evil. So after Natu sees that, I do believe that'll be even more incentive and more drive onto why he should train him. But that's basically it for this little video. Do you guys want to see a potential son between Zeref and Mavis actually come into the series? And if you do, what do you think his name should be? Comment what you guys think down below. Subscribe if you haven't. Peace out.